to attend. Who has at least a smartphone?
Good afternoon, Maurice. By names, I'm Maurice Okello. I have some few questions to put across. And the first question will go to my evaluator, Mr. Data. In your own capacity as a lawyer, I think I'm on the board now. In your own capacity as a lawyer, what advice would you give the lawyer besides all they have done? Make sure you have free and fair election as a lawyer. What other reforms would you advise in your own reforms would you advise electoral promotions to do so that Uganda has a free and a fair election? Because always the consequences of election to Uganda is having like people are free election. What other things do you do the election as a lawyer? What legal advice do you give the electoral commission? Then the second question will go to second question. The second question will go to the national organizing committee. As we have all had Northern Uganda has always suffered a lot in terms of information. Information reaches late and we're not well informed about activities that happen in our country. What else, apart from this legal, what else will the national organizing do to make sure that all parts of the country receive all this information equitably and in the right time so that we as a young people of this nation will also contribute to development of our country. And the third question will go to our population. This is all the gaps that we identified today in this meeting of the leaders. What feedback are you going to give the organizing committee? Make sure all the gaps that are identified here will come to the country. Thank you very much for your audience.
Good afternoon. My name is Jogos Kode, the district teacher person for the district. I would take this opportunity to appreciate the organizing committee for this. As the discussion of today talks about the empowerment and specifically to the youth leadership, our fellow panelists finished leveling out what is very necessary or crucial for us to be included in the what in the electoral process. Like the electoral commission had put under that one of the household mandate is to do what we call water education. Like my brother said as earlier, one of the roles that we are supposed to approve is to approve another water education. However, we tend not to have our brothers who are at the rural villages, especially those marginalized streets, as also speaking that there's what they call inclusivity. Do we consider those who are not elected, especially those who are in rural areas, and at the same time, we also advocate for inclusivity? Do we consider those blind youth, those lame ones who are not able to access where that information of what education is? Like we have talked to many things about capacity building, mentorship, and there's also social media, almost all of them existed. So my question is, how shall those marginalized youth in rural areas have a take to meet all these services in order to progress their participation in the electoral process? Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And because of time, I now give my turn to answer questions.
Thank you so much once again. I want also to respond to what our very own sister said. I think the question came clearly saying, like how shall we involve the young female youth? Because back the other side, it is we the young women who are affected. There are positions given in our own districts that are indicated saying that directly elected. And you find these positions are always taken up by what? By the other agenda. Women don't believe that even then they can participate in those what? In those positions because they are included, they are directly elected. So it is now back to us, the youth, who are our minds are open up to God, open up the other minds of the other youth outside there. That these positions are not only for the other agenda, we can also participate. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my sister from UPC. It's my first time to listen to a speech from a candidate who is contesting for Northern Youth MP, and I'm so impressed by her submission. If we are voting today, I would directly vote for her. I mean, you guys know the need. But what I want to say is, based on what she has said, there are so many of us here as young people where we came is, DJ, yeah, our regional cities are really suffering because we are all confluxed into the capital to find a better life. And we have huge potentials. Now, my appeal goes to those who are watching, to the leaders, to the people who actually support some of these programs. It is very hard for us to identify ourselves to be good. But someone told me one day that sometimes you need to believe people's beliefs in you. So I would say that if you are in the policy making decisions or tables or where decisions are being made, we can grow Uganda very well. We might not grow Kampala 100% the way it is to be, but we can grow Bara, Chororo, Gulu, Lira, and make these places bigger and better with our youthful participation. Secondly, I've always thought about this, that as young people who are into the political scheme of leadership and everything, I am one person who doesn't know anything to do with the political stuff. Me, I just work, I just do what I'm going to do. If I'm meeting with political people, we discuss what we're discussing, move forward. But I take so much interest in individuals who are in those spaces and seeing what we do with them. If I were the president of this country, I would say, since the people of Lamu, I'm giving an example, actually Lamu, Karamoja, I don't know how Karamoja is split up. Lamu has about 10 districts, and all these people have problems. Northern Uganda has about 42 districts, and all of them, they do have problems. What if we had a representative for Lamu, who is a young person to go and represent us in that parliament? Or what if we had more representation in parliament? Because if we, the young people, make 71% of this country, and then you are only maybe 5 or 10% or even less in the parliamentary seat, it is very hard to decide what comes in your favor compared to what comes in the favor of the general public. So I would say that if we are taking the leadership space, as we talked about, also the RCC saying that we have a big voice, but our voices need not to come in a violent manner. And lastly, I would say this, I'm sorry, my submission aligned a lot with what she said, that also a question that he asked somehow, there is so much down in the villages, in district level, municipalities and so forth, and so much talent that is down there. And some of them actually don't need $1 million to bring it out. They don't even need 1 million shillings. They just need maybe 100K or 50,000 shillings to actually bring some talents out. She talked about STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. That I see way back in high school, in DOC, we used to participate in this technology robotics competition. Every time we go for competitions in Kampala, 99% we win. And we are here from Lira. And this shows indication that great talents are not trapped in Kampala. It is actually trapped down here. But we only need to find a way of saying maybe IGAD, this one I'm recommending directly to IGAD. If let's say IGAD says we want to support a STEM project in Ghana, 10 schools to pilot with, can we pull 2 billion? 2 billion, I think it might even be 5% or 20% of someone's salary. 2 million, put it here. These people are there. We can make this region better. Someone said we have suffered, but we don't need to base on that fact. We need to see as leaders, as young leaders, what can we contribute? What can we put on the table? It's not about what can you put in your pocket, it's about what can you bring to the people. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I wanted to add what my sister said there about policy making, of how the youth should be created space, enough space to create space for the youth to join politics with larger numbers. What I can tell us, the young people, is that no one is going to give us space or going to say, okay, this is for the young people. What I've learned so far in the political space is that you fight for it. You fight for what you want. I want to encourage the young people that when it comes to politics, please participate in politics and not just waiting for the special interest group to participate in it. When it comes to mainstream, please participate. When it comes to female, when it comes to member of parliament, please participate. And also at other positions in the political space, and you don't have to wait for the special interest group only. Then when it comes to inclusivity, I've seen, being someone who is from the NRM Youth League and the NRM party, I have closely tried to monitor how the Electoral Commission and NRM carries the awareness about elections. I can say that for the past years, they have not been doing quite well, but I can assure you this time, when it came to awareness to the people with disabilities, to the women, to the youth, they have really done a great job. I think it's only us, the young people, that we have not much time. These guys of the Electoral Commission will not come and find you at your home and give you the information. Please take your time, go to the offices and inquire. Don't just wait for them to come and give you the information. Information is not going to come and find you at your home. And then I also want to encourage the young women, please join politics as much as possible. There are very, very few women in the political spaces at the national level. I want us to join the parliamentary positions as well. And not just wait to female affairs, because that is a position that is for females. Why don't you become the chairperson? One thing that I'm so happy about Karamoja is that this time we are not waiting for Karamoja to evolve. Our youth league chairpersons in Karamoja, we have 4 women who are chairpersons, with me inclusive. And I believe Karamoja as a region, in the next 5 or 6 years, it's only women that are going to take over.
Thank you very much. I also want to thank my sister for BBC. I'm actually a contract, so depending on your level of consistency, I might be tempted to stay in your camp. I have a question from my brother. What would be my advice to Electoral Commission to ensure that there is a peaceful election? Well, I'm someone who believes that information is power. And my advice to the Electoral Commission is very, very simple. Empower yourselves before coming to empower us. Because when you empower yourselves, you can empower us better. This is my analogy, right? That you cannot help someone if you are actually lacking only in your own house. My minister here will tell you that there's a lot of things that they intend to do. They have good will. They want to do voters education. And they do it. This program wasn't organized by the Electoral Commission. This is what they should be doing for us. Do you think they can have it on a daily basis? No. 1 or 2 conferences cannot help because there's a lot of people even in Lagos region. Let me paint a better picture. There was a question that was asked here about the 14 days. I hope you heard about it. What do you think these able leaders are not? The information about the 14 days. Let me break it down for you. You see, the MP position or elections is governed by what we call the Parliamentary Elections Act. When you read the act will tell you that, for example, if you have a dispute or you are aggrieved by the decision that was passed by the returning officer, you have 7 days to lodge a complaint to the Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commission in return has 7 days to make sure that they respond to your complaint, constituting 14 days. But also understand that there are areas whereby you might not be happy with that decision. That is whereby you now start thinking of a petition. Section 79 of the Parliamentary Election Act tells you that if you are aggrieved by the petition of the by the decision of the Electoral Commission, you have 30 days to petition to High Court. You become the final making body. But again, most of you stop there. That's why I've had people complain that you see the law is strict, we can't just do this in 14 days, you have to collect a lot of signatures and all that. No, because you don't know the law, you're going to blame the administrators, you're going to blame our dear RCC, the DPC, that no, these people are not okay, they go to parliament. No. See, when you're dealing with the law, you need to understand that the law is not strict. You can always adjust. If you cannot go within the provision of the 30 days, you can always seek leave from court to fight outside the 30 days. So these are things that we are trying to say, that the only way the Electoral Commission can empower us is by empowering themselves so that they can empower us better. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my dear panelists, and as they take back their seats, I would request you to give them one more round of applause. And also for being such a wonderful audience. And thank you, DJ. So we are coming even to our event. Allow me to call our representative from IGAD, Mr. Tibebu, to give a closing remarks, who will help us call the RCC, being our host, to officially close our event today. So Mr. Tibebu, you're most welcome. Okay, the order is to you, Mr. Our RCC, to come and give us the closing remarks and call it an evening.
Once again, I'm up, and I thank you very much, participants. It's been good. I don't want to take 1 minute here, but more thanks to our dear sister Kanyesije, who has been a very good master of ceremonies and also controlling the program and doing everything. Can you give her a round of applause? Panelists, you were great. We thank you for the deliberations you have made, all the panelists and the participants. I think we needed 3 days, but time was not on our side. And Igor, thank you very much for ensuring that his engagement was a success within these 3 regions. Gentlemen and ladies, when we go back, please do the needful. 15th of January is the day that we shall decide the destiny of this nation. And make sure that you are in charge of your districts, of your elections, of your security. Are we together? Yes. Be in charge. Do you understand when I say be in charge? No intimidation to the young people and no voter bribery. You be the eyes of the electoral commission wherever you are. They cannot be everywhere. Work together with the respective offices of the RDCs and of the DPCs and any other stakeholder, including the electoral commission, for the smooth flow of our election. I thank you very much once again, and I wish you journey mercies. For those who are going back to Karamoja, wish you safe journey back. For those who are going back to Acholi, wish you well. And love to have this engagement once again when we meet again to discuss our things. The organizer, I can't say much, but I thank you very much. The treasurer, right? Yeah, the treasurer, National Youth Council, you've been on my case from day one, and you made sure I'm here today. I had to abandon everything else to come here. You know, the president is visiting us here on Sunday, and ordinarily I wouldn't be here. There are a lot of activities going on, but I chose to be with the young people because that is my role. So I thank you very much. I thank you very much for ensuring that I come and be part of this organization. With those few remarks,
I just wanted to put the disclaimer that I know of the National Youth Council. My term of office has ended. I am the IGAD Special Youth Envoy, but today I'm not the envoy. We have a special envoy seated here. Thank you.
I apologize. I withdraw with apology. And I address you as such as a special envoy of the IGAD and then the other team. But I thank you very much because you started dealing with me, I think, a week ago about this. With those remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I declare this engagement officially closed, and I say this good and my country.
My colleagues, I would like to say thank you for the time and everything. When I RSC, thank you so much. The team from IGAD, thank you so much. Our chairman, every chairman of the young people, my brother Daniel, thank you so much. The electoral commission, thank you. We deeply honor your presence. Thank you. And the IGAD youth envoy for today, she traveled at night. She arrived here in the morning and she's not dozing. Thank you so much. The political candidates, those who are aspiring, my sister from UPC, and then Kanyesi Jemasi, thank you so much for honoring this. And of course, most importantly, the young people of London and Karamoja, South Africa. Please clap for yourself. I am not going to say anything else. We have spoken a lot of English, and I know that we are hungry. And also I know that we have to go back. For those of you who are going back today, home, wherever we all came from. But one thing I want to assure you, Chairman and your team, is that we are going to work collaboratively together to support these young people. This is the beginning of the 1,000 miles. Let's be disciplined, let us cooperate. The open is open for the young people. We have so many exciting opportunities coming up. Thank you so much. Papa, Tibebu, you know, an elder is always an elder. So he's like a parent to us. Thank you for gracing this conversation, for giving it the outlook of intergenerational conversation. Let's clap for him. And then the last man you're going to meet after here is behind. Let's clap for him. Thank you so much. That is our counter. He's the one going to handle all the logistical issues. But the institution has a policy, and I want to apologize that there are things we can't change. That when it comes to accountability is what we really celebrate, is what we really take it very seriously. So we all expected to have a photocopy of our national ID cards, and then your name will be there, and you'll be given what was communicated. Each person is going to go back with 100 US dollars. It is not changed. 100 US dollars is approximately 350,000 Ugandan shilling. It was clearly communicated. Thank you so much, my people. I have heard so many things that have been said, but I say that we are going to do better. And we have identified the people we shall continue engaging. We are coming up with a climate coalition network. We are having the IGAD ministerial meeting next. We are having the forum that will be implementing the national activities. We have so many in store. Let us just keep connected, let's keep working together. And I will also think about, we shall think about together with the team from National Youth Council, how best we can have the regional youth parliament sitting next year. We are going to think together. It is our journey. We must support one another. You being here, you're supporting Giga.